Hello Taurus, it's Marina from the Butterfly Effect, and this is a reading for July 2020. I've actually split this up, I haven't done this spread before, so you've got like an overall energy for the month with an oracle card, and then you have got it split into weeks 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, you do have the eclipse mermaid coming up. We do have an eclipse in the 5th of July, so that could be pertinent. And that is quite a big card, to be honest, but really what I'm seeing for the month, I've got no major arcana, certainly from, you know, my Rider-Waite deck. And I think that the shifts that are likely to happen for you are more likely to be internal, yeah? You know, in your belief system. The eclipse mermaid can be about changing certain habits, or you know, your views on life, or your image, for example. I'll have a read to that. The focus certainly seems to be with the Queen of Cups and the Sun for the month, that you are focused on maybe a new beginning in love, achieving some sort of emotional satisfaction. But for the rest of the month, in the main, I am seeing a lot of delays here, which aren't actually maybe as negative as what you think they are, Taurus. They actually seem to be for the best. So let's have a wee look at the eclipse mermaid. A deeply emotional, energetic shift akin to that of a powerful full eclipse is taking place in your life. There could be revelations, scandals and truths being told too at this time, and you may feel the urge to change what you eat, how you look and dress, how you express yourself, what classes you take, who you hang about with, and what you thought you wanted to do with your life. If you are on the path, your own soul path, everything that takes place will be good and right, even if it is disruptive. If you have not placed your feet on the path, this time may feel more disruptive, tumultuous and surprising. Any change at this time will bring you closer to who you truly are. It is up to each of us to choose how we move through an eclipse. Only one thing is certain: resistance is futile. So your overall energy for the month, as I say, is the Queen of Cups with the Sun. So if you're a feminine watching this, you may be coming through as the Queen of Cups. If you're masculine, you may be thinking about the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is our eternal nurturer. She's your psychic. She is mother love. She's just all warmth and compassion. And as I say, with the Sun here, this can be about looking towards new love, maybe a new project, or just a new beginning on like the feeling level, trying to bring that sort of energy into your life. So in the first week, we have got the 8 of Cups with victories. This is the first week in July, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. And I think what we're walking away from here, and where the victory lies, is in not engaging with any sort of arguments, not engaging with any sort of gossip that may come up. There may be a lot of phone calls. This is with the birds and the women. So again, you could be the woman, in which case this may be like you're feeling really anxious in the first week in July. You may just have a lot to do. You may be on the phone a lot. You may literally work in a call center, and you're constantly on the phone, and it just feels like a hive of activity, but also something that could make you feel pretty anxious. It can also suggest with the birds that it's, you know, siblings are involved. You know, you may, you know, your sister or brother may want to, like, you know, stir the pot with you, create some, you know, drama. And the victory lies in you not engaging with that, emotionally detaching from it. If people are kicking off now, please bear in mind that from the 28th of June, Mars moves into Aries, and it's there for 6 whole months, which is massive. We're already seeing, you know, there's a lot of disruption, social unrest and violence. And that's probably something that's going to be a pretty big marker, to say the least, for the next 6 months. So if someone's trying to press your buttons, if, you know, there's maybe like some miscommunication, you're not really, you know, on the same page as them, and it's kind of like making you anxious, the victory lies yet again in just emotionally detaching, at least for the first week in July, and not taking the bait, really. And in the second week of July, we have got the 10 of Pentacles. So this is all around security. I do have it with the journey card in reverse here. So this really is a week probably not to travel. This is very much about staying at home. It can suggest that, you know, if you're like buying a home or trying to sell a home, there might be some delays with that transaction going through there, for example. You know, it's very general. It could be different for all of you. But yeah, I really just get an overall feeling of just stay put, just stay home. You know, not a lot of movement, not a lot of travel. You may indeed choose to work from home, for example. It can also mean that lines of communication are getting crossed with people who are very close to you. Yet again, Ten of Pentacles is your own family. So you might have to like make a lot of rescheduling or change your destinations. It just feels like there's a lot of like minor irritations, and we're not able to get to where we want to go or achieve what we want to achieve. But yet again, for some reason, and also particularly in the 4th week, there is a very good reason for it. So it's almost like I don't know how I'm getting like Final Destination, because I can't remember much about that movie other than it's horrible. So it's I don't know, someone has like a prophetic dream. You know, there's so many stories like this where you dream that, you know, you saw a car crash or a train crash, or, you know, some incident, and you chose to, you changed your plans, but everyone else thought you were a bit crazy to do so. But anyway, you go through with it, and there is a reason for it, because I do have a thief here. So there's someone here that you are maybe going to encounter in the 2nd week of July. And I've also got the ring and the garden. So this would be maybe like a social event, an engagement party, a christening, something like that. It could be like, you know, there's a public engagement or or some sort of announcement, maybe regarding a job contract, or you know, someone you know is getting engaged, and you would, you know, very much like to be there, but you're not able to for whatever reason. And in actual fact, again, there is a reason for it, and it's because there's a thief in the mix here. Let me just see who the thief is. Take another one for the thief. Okay. What is the thief for Taurus for the 2nd week in July? What is the thief? What does this thief represent for Taurus 2nd week in July, please? Justice. So it could be a Libra that you're dealing with, but there's maybe something to do again with a contract. The ring can often be about a contract rather than an engagement. It can just be a promise. This could be like a broken promise that becomes public, or someone's broken the law. I mean, with Justice and the 10 of Pentacles, again, it could be, you know, deeds to a house. It can be a will. It can be a pension. And again, there are some sort of delays here where you're not able to travel. Someone might have pulled a fast one here, and that becomes, you know, evident as to what has gone on. It's almost like a broken contract of some sort. There's just a part of me that maybe thinks that, I don't know if it's for the best or not. Taurus, 10 of Pentacles for Taurus, week 2, July. This is 10 of Pentacles for Lovers. So it could be a decision, it could be a marriage contract, it could, as I say, I sort of felt it was like a wedding or an engagement party that you're maybe not able to go to. There's the Queen of Cups again. The Moon, the Eclipse, and the 5 of Cups. There's some sort of disappointment here. This could almost be like you're sort of invited to go to an engagement or a wedding or some sort of event where maybe an ex is there, and you sort of feel that they were maybe stolen from you, and you choose not to go and just stay home. Journey in reverse for Taurus. High Priestess. So there's like an inner knowing here as to how you you know, navigate this second week. What's the High Priestess? The Death card. Four of Cups in reverse. So yeah, I sort of just get that feeling that it's kind of like there's something that's a missed opportunity, maybe something that you didn't go your way. You have an inner knowing that something is coming to an end here, or an inner knowing that indeed this is not something you should get involved in. It's not, you know, it's not going to work out in your best interest. It's not going to be particularly enjoyable. So you just literally seem to want to choose to stay at home for the second week in July. Moving into the third week in July, so we have got some worries here. Maybe money worries with the clouds, and the child is about worrying about a new beginning, worrying about maybe your own child or children, because the money is too tight to mention with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I mean, this can be like, you know, stressing about money, going into debt, having to, you know, maybe take a short-term or long-term loan, you know, maybe for the kids, for clothing, for uniforms, whatever it may be. But I do have the broken heart, and it's in reverse here, Taurus. So this is a healing. This is getting over something that, you know, was once painful to you. This is about the bulk of any sort of pain and trauma is sort of behind you now, and you're now getting closer to a place of trust. And yet I sort of see so what you might be focusing on in the third week is overcoming any anxiety. You might have had some sort of block here because you have been, you know, broken-hearted previously, or you have had some sort of pain that you've not been able to move past. This would kind of suggest that you might be able to move past it. Now with the birds, I mean, which can be sort of gossip, anxiety and stress, we've got two birds here, so it might be a fairly anxious month. This can also suggest conversation. So there might be a conversation that you have with someone. 2112, gosh, that's interesting, that's a 2 as well, and that might help you overcome sort of any blocks you've had in this area. You know, there might be someone that you can speak to. What is the birds for Taurus for the third week in July? What does the birds represent for Taurus third week in July? Birds. I'm getting I can move any mountain. Yeah, I think there's a little there's this feeling of a kind of possible breakthrough here. 4 of Coins in reverse. So that's like a feeling of release, not holding on so tightly to. I really get a feeling of a real breakthrough. So where there's been a lot of worries and maybe delays, and at the same time, the flipped coin on the flip side of that is that there's a breakthrough on something that was causing you pain. Blimey, yeah, look at that. Lovers in the Ace of Coins. So this is a brand new start. This might be someone brand new coming into your life. It may be, and the Lovers doesn't need to be romantic. It can be, again, it's like a new contract, a decision's made. So we've gone from the Ace of Pentacles being in reverse to the Ace of Pentacles being upright, and this is a very big, oh blimey, the whole deck just fell. Crikey. I don't think I've ever done that. That's weird. I'm trying to see what's on the floor here. It's almost like there's a breaking of one contract and then there's a new contract coming in, because I've got the Hierophant in reverse up here. So it's like you're ending something, or you know, something's just not panning out your way you want it. It's very worrying. There may be children involved, and yet when you release that, you know, your heart instantly goes into, you know, healing mode. The trauma instantly dissipates, and you're able to look forward to something way brighter, and this, any sort of anxiety you've had around this starts to become unblocked. Okay, and in the fourth week we've got more delays. The 3 of Wands in reverse. a walking away in reverse. So this is like plans falling apart, you're not getting on the same page, miscommunication. We have got Mercury retrograde, it's already started, everything's a mess and nobody's getting on. And with the walking away card, this can be like just sort of staying in something out of habit, you know, maybe a fear. There's like maybe like healthier options out there, but because it's very much just a habit that you're familiar with, you kind of stick with it, even if it's not in your best interest. So there's a wee kind of bit of a feeling of a fear-based decision here. Although in the main, I really get, I mean, it could be procrastination, to be honest. I just sort of feel that whatever this delay is, whatever falls apart here, and it doesn't feel huge at all, is absolutely for the best. These are two fantastic cards, the stars and the clover. So this is like wishes being granted, it's good judgment. Again, there's a feeling of kind of prophecy coming in here. And the clover can be is something that's very short-lived, is something very light-hearted, but it can be like a bit of a win, something that's maybe a bit of a gamble that really does pay off in a very good way with the stars here. So again, I'm just going to say, Taurus, overall, if you do have some delays, particularly I think in the second and the third week, it is for the best, even if it might not look at it at the time. So try not to let it stress you. So let's take an overall advice card for Taurus for July 2020. Because, you know, like I say, you've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and you're all worried sick about it. And then out the blue, you've got an Ace of Pentacles upright. So I think it's just like, just trying to navigate these energy shifts and just staying in the eye of your own personal little storm there. Taurus advice for July 2020. Please put out what advice do you have for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising. Yes, for July 2020. Mountains, I got that. I can move any mountain. I'll put the song below if you want to have a wee listen to it. It's your song for sure. Stand your ground in a situation. Stand your ground. I don't really see that there's a lot of well, maybe embrace the energy of peace. So yeah, I mean, coming back to this first week, and there is a lot of anxiety here, there's no two ways about it, because you've got two bird cards, you've got obviously a thief in the mix, you've got the clouds, etc. It's just sort of saying that, you know, be very clear on your position and, you know, maintain your boundaries. If people are trying to press your buttons and it's not reasonable, you know, don't let go fighting on in there to state your case, because the victory really does come from emotionally detaching with the Eight of Cups here. And if delays are happening, and it may not even be you, it may be people trying to thwart your plans or, you know, stick a spoke in the wheel. I mean, honestly, it's just let them get on with it, because you're just going to be like in your little zone, and you know that whatever's happening, it's happening for the best. So embrace the energy of peace. And there's another card down. What on earth? Let's read one of them for you. Please do like and subscribe if you would like a personal. All my information is below. Mountain. Oh my gosh, Marina. Here we go. Very, very similar cards in colour as well. Hold firm to what you believe in or are focusing on, because it's absolutely right. Know that heaven and earth are supporting you. Mountain energy is powerful because it's firmly rooted in the Great Mother and reaches high to the Great Father. If you're feeling challenged or pressured at this time, know that your spirit is more powerful than you think. You are resilient and grounded, and the energy and air of the mountains is giving you the unshakable strength to be who you are. Take time to root yourself deeply in the energy of the earth before welcoming in the energies of heaven. If you're not sure what you need to do next, the mountain card invites you to stay exactly where you are. Talk things over with those around you and know that change will come to you. You will be whole and well at the end of this current situation, and it will not stand in the way of your future growth and expansion. I think that really does tie the whole month up for you, Taurus. So have a good one. Look after yourselves, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.